What's up, everybody? Happy Friday. So, right now, I've been a little late this week reading from chapter 2. This week was supposed to be about man up in the workplace, and I've been reading the book, but recording it for the publisher for the audio version, not for you guys. So, I apologize. But so today I wanted to read you something from chapter 2 about manning up in the workplace, or manning up at work, or in your job, or in your business, whatever that looks like. Something that I think is important. And so the title of this section is Properly Promise and Over Deliver. I've heard and used this phrase many times in the past. Under promise and over deliver. However, as I began to think about, gee whiz, good thing I'm not doing this. I didn't do this bad when I was reading it for the publishing thing. Wow. However, as I began to think more about the words I was using, the whole conscious language piece, I had a change of heart towards this phrase. In fact, I no longer use it, and it actually irritates me. Think about it. The phrase actually encourages deception and doing just enough to get by. To underpromise and overdeliver means you must first go to the effort of figuring out what you think is actually possible, then commit to a level below your capability, and exceed that just enough to make yourself look good. The man up mentality is to first figure out what level you think is possible with maximum commitment. Commit to it, and then blow it out of the water. You know, the more I get into this stuff, and the more I learn as I age, mature, I don't know if age is the right word, but more as I mature, the more these things that I start thinking about, like as I was younger, and we just said stuff because we said stuff. There's no thought into it, and the under promise and over deliver piece was one of those things for me. And I mean, it's so true that you have to figure out what you think you can do, then say, okay, I'm going to do less than that. It's just not the right way to do it. So when we're going through anything in life, but especially our jobs of how we make a living, what we do to provide for our families, what we do that is hopefully something we enjoy doing. To sell ourselves short and the people that either, number one, we're working for, which if you're working for someone else, that's part of it. It's a good possible way to lose your job. But then yourself. If you're your own boss, if you're an entrepreneur, whether it's in the business I'm in, network marketing, or whatever other entrepreneurial business you're in, if you're self-owner, you're selling yourself short. I mean, it's one thing to sell somebody else short, somebody else's business short, but to sell yourself short and your own business short. I mean, that just, you know those Jet.com commercials where they get something or they buy something and it blows their mind, the top of their head blows off and this powder of like purple color goes poof off the top of their head. And that's what that does to me. The fact that somebody who works for themselves would underpromise and overdeliver, would figure out a way and figure out to exactly as I said it, to go to the effort of figuring out what you think is actually possible, then commit to a level below your capability and exceed that just enough to make yourself look good. That's not a way to grow a business. That's not a way to earn more business. That's not a way to advance in somebody else's business. If you have a career you like, you're working for someone, that isn't a way to advance. Can it get you by short term? Can it make you look good short term? Sure. Until somebody else comes in that says, well, I'm going to figure out what level I think is possible with maximum commitment. I'm going to commit to it, and then I'm going to blow that out of the water. Then you're going to look like a slacker. And guess who's going to get promoted, or guess who's going to get, if you're self-employed, guess who's going to get the next contract, or guess who's going to enroll the next person. That's that whole piece. So at the end of the day, I think the biggest thing for this one for me is don't sell yourself short. Don't settle for less than the best you can do. I mean, that is the whole piece behind this book, behind the Man Up thing, if you will. The Man Up project is men not settling for less than the best that they can do anymore. Didn't say perfection. I said the best that they can do. The best that you can do today may be better than yesterday, or not as good as the best you can give tomorrow. That's okay. As long as you're giving the best that you have that day, that hour, that minute, whatever that looks like, that's all that matters. So tonight was a little shorter one. Hopefully it hit some people, maybe square between the eyes like they needed it. Maybe it touched someone's heart that they go, huh, man, I've got a friend I need to talk to, or man, I'm glad I'm doing what I should. This is, I'm doing exactly what Scott said, and I feel pretty good about myself. That's awesome, because that's the more we have that, the better we are. So when you sell yourself short, under deliver, you open the door for someone else to take that opportunity and blow it out of the water. Yes, who said that? Holly. You dang right you did, Holly. That's exactly what happens. You are pretty much opening up the door for your competition and saying, come on in, take my business away from me, please. Let me hold the door open for you. Would you like a cookie and a coffee? So don't do that. My father always said, if you aren't going to do your best, go home. Kurt, I love that one. Yes. Steve, turning the page in maturity, right? So hopefully, guys, comment below if you agree with me, if you don't agree with me. I like to hear it all. I love a good debate, but I don't know how you could argue those facts. That's just me, though. So hope you all have a great rest of the night, a great weekend. I'm going to go inside and play some cribbage with my boys. I'm going to work on that part of my manning up. That's still the one thing I'm working on from the Man Up Challenge. So until next week, or until some other night this week, I hope you all have a great weekend, a safe weekend, and enjoy. Catch y'all later.